Thank you for listening to REED-BBS.
REED-BBS. BBS. He did it his way. Ryan Garcia. King Rye. The Rye guy. He did it his way, man. He shook up the world. He asserted himself and his place. He asserted himself and his place in boxing. Somewhat reminiscent of Ali in the 60s. Ryan's way is different. It's very different. It's not the norm. It's against the grain from how things are traditionally handled in boxing. The way the old guard would handle it, that's not the way Ryan does it. Just like when Ali was coming up, the way he did it, the old school, the old guard just couldn't handle that shit. But goddamn it, you can't fuck missionary all the time. I keep saying it. Can't fuck the same position all the time. Sometimes you gotta hit that shit doggy style. Sometimes you gotta work that thing, let her get on top, ride that thing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta switch it up occasionally. Social media, in a word or in two words, social media. That's the current switch up that old school boxing dudes still can't and won't wrap their heads around. I mean, it just has to be a distraction, right? It just has to be a distraction. There's no possible way a guy can tweet or X or whatever it's called. They just can't do that every day when they're supposed to be tucked away in a hardcore training camp. No TV, no women, no kids, no laughter, no phones, no social media, right? There's got to be a distraction, right? And then here comes the Rye guy, Ryan Garcia. Ryan's social media presence is the root of the love-hate relationship that boxing folks have with him and against him. The old fogey, cigar-chewing motherfuckers, the scribes, they so want the Rye guy to be a fraud. Oh, he's just an influencer. He's basically a YouTuber. And it damn sure don't help that Ryan hangs out with Jake and Logan Paul. I've even questioned it at times. I've questioned his commitment. I've questioned his seriousness to his craft. And even I bought into Ryan's pre-fight antics with Haney, with Dev. The peculiarity of his tweets, his bizarre-ass behavior, Ryan's meek, borderline submissive body language around Tank, and then Dev letting them put their fist near his face, or in Dev's case, letting Dev push you and shit. The around-the-clock internal turmoil from De La Hoya and B-Hop. I thought they were sabotaging this motherfucker. I really did at times. I thought they were sabotaging the Rye guy. Ryan's insistence on trying new shit. The shoulder roll. That's what I'm talking about. The shoulder roll. Even at the behest of his trainer, Derek James. But that left hook, though. That one trick. The one-trick pony. The one-trick pony. If it ain't tricking, it ain't tricking if you got it. It ain't tricking if you got it. Ryan's left hook is special, man. And it forever altered opinions on just how serious his boxing career should be taken. Forthwith and indubitably. So with that said, hearkening back upon that Dev performance, man, that's Ryan's Mona Lisa. That's the one that's going to be sitting up on the pedestal forever. I haven't heard one of the Mexican homies said the picture of Ryan standing over Dev, laying on his ass. That picture's going to be up in every Mexican barbershop in fucking America. And I can't even be mad as a brother. I get what it represents, but I can't even be mad just because of how thorough and swift and violent Ryan's performance was. It quieted not all the doubts, but most of them. Motherfuckers now know for sure. At first we knew he was talented. Now we know that motherfucker can fight. It ain't just talent. There's more to that. There's more there than just talent and some fucking social media hits. There's more than just the 10-point, however many million IG followers. Motherfucker can fight. Hand speed, real. Power, real. And he's got the frame to gain weight. With that, let's get into some of the possibilities because they are aplenty for the Rye guy. Starting at the top, how about a Tank rematch? How about that, huh? Now, with the weight, I believe they fought at 136. Of course, we know about the rehydration clause that Tank insisted upon. Inquiring minds want to know, though. We want to know. Because Ryan's loss to Tank, that shit has diminished a bit. It's not as bad of a loss now, based on seeing how strong the Ride Guy looked versus Dev, and in another division. Now, the 3 pounds, you know what I'm saying? Actually, you can say it was 2 divisions. 2 divisions, but I digress. Ryan versus Pitbull. About that. Versus Pitbull, huh? They should do that shit Mexican Independence Day weekend in September. Fuck whatever Canelo's doing. Fuck whomever Canelo elects to fight. Unless by some act of God he decided to finally do the right thing like Spike Lee and face David Benavidez, which he won't. But yeah, that date belongs to Ryan versus Pitbull. That date is tailor-made for Ryan versus Pitbull on some cultural shit for La Raza. You know what I'm saying? For La Raza. Only problem is Pitbull is already signed to fight Rayo Valenzuela in August on the Crawford versus Madrimov card. Madrimov card. The Crawford versus Madrimov card. So it ain't gonna matter what happens. Motherfucker ain't gonna fight in August and then bounce back fight September. About Jose Ramirez, though. How about him? He recently signed with Golden Boy Promotions. He's now also a DAZN fighter. I mean, of course, so is Dev. There's Dev, too, dangling out there. But that's a tougher sell. The rematch, again, Ryan was so thorough. He did everything but knock Dev out. But he beat the shit out of him. He beat him up, beat him down, dribbled him like a basketball on the canvas. There's not much interest there because Dev, he's not going to suddenly punch harder. You know what I'm saying? He's not ever going to be strong enough. I don't think he can ever handle the incoming, the speed and the power of Ryan. And the unpredictability of that left hook, which has a mind of its fucking own. So Dev versus Ryan 2 is a tough sell. Jose Ramirez, you know, yeah, he's not just no major attractive option, but it's to the point now, Ryan, it's not going to matter. Even though the pay-per-view sales per Bob Arum were pretty low for the Ryan-Devin Haney fight. But with that, DAZN pay-per-views, for whatever reason, just don't sell that much. They have to find a new way to market and push their product. So maybe not on Ramirez. Earl Spence, though. How about that? Ride Guy versus Earl Spence. Does that do something for you? The Derrick James angle certainly makes the build-up of that. That would make that shit messy and entertaining like a fucking soap opera. And you have to wonder if the lure and the money of a Ride Guy fight could coax Earl Spence into staying somewhere in the high 140s. I don't think Ryan would want to meet Spence at no 150 nothing. But it would be interesting to see if Ryan, the potential payday from a Ryan fight could lure and coax Spence into staying at a 147 or 48 or 49. Because Ryan would undoubtedly want Spence as low as he could get him just to make that fight more winnable for him. But yeah, there's options aplenty for the Ride Guy. And what we do know is he's got the boxing world by the balls now. He's got the whole entire boxing world by the balls now. Or the eyes, as the case may be. And with that said, we'll all be watching. REED-BBS, BBS. Blackbird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Television! Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.